Hello, my dear family members. I hope all of you are preparing well for your upcoming Virtusa round. And if you are preparing for Virtusa second round, you have questions like what will be the cutoff for the second round? If I solve one coding questions, one essay writing, will I be selected? Or if I solve two coding questions and solve one essay writing, will I be selected or eliminated? And if you have questions like if I solve the problem in Python instead of Java, is it okay or not? If you have questions like what are the real questions they are asking in these days, then this video is for you. I'll discuss all of the things in this video, so just wait and watch till the end. Okay, now let me share one important proof for yourself, that is this. Actually, I have asked one candidate that what are the questions they're asking, and you can see this is the questions the candidate who has already gone through the second round. He has told that recursion, array and numerical strings types questions he has been faced. Now we don't know what's the real questions they have asked in the current drive, but we know what are the topics they're asking. So I have assumed one questions from the numerical strings. I'll share that questions, that is hypothetical questions, but still that same type of questions was asked earlier, so that's why I just merged those concept and questions so that you can prepare well for your upcoming drive. Now let me share that questions, but before that let me just tell you about the cutoff and the next questions. That is, for cutoff, very honestly, if you are from tier 2 college and you are solving one coding questions and one essay writing, still you are okay for the interview call. Okay, and if you are from tier 3 college, you have to solve two coding questions, one essay writing, as per my understanding. Okay, and very honestly, I have seen some students are telling that uh, they have solved all the coding questions, all the essay writing questions, but still they are not getting the interview call. It happens, but please wait till the end. You will get the mail. Actually, they are sending slot by slot. Okay, so you will have the slot in the next in the upcoming time. So please wait. Okay, okay, and let's say you are solving the problem in Python. Okay, I have asked few students who have already gone through the second round. They told that Python is allowed. Okay, but what I prefer you to do, that is solve the problem in Java. Try to solve the problem in Java. If not possible for you, then try Python. Okay, otherwise don't expect Python will be available there. Okay, I hope you understood. Now let me just share the coding questions. But before that, guys, please do subscribe this channel. This is the only request I have. Do that and comment down your recommendations. Like this is your recommendation. Please do that. Please upload this content. Please upload Virtusa second round coding questions or interview preparations or cognizant technical questions or Virtusa Delta X coding questions or Wipro or LTM entry or any other Capgemini's coding questions. Please upload those. Please recommend me in the comment sections. Okay, okay, now the question is this: given a string s that may contain both digits and non-digit characters, write a function to extract all contiguous sequence of digits, numerical substrings, and calculate their sum. Okay, ignore any non-digit characters. Multiple consecutive digits should be treated as one number. If there are no digits, return 0. Now these are the sample input: abc 1 2 de 3 4 5. Now what's the output? 51. How? Because here it is the contiguous numerical strings 1 2 and here substrings, right? 34 and 5. So 12 plus 34 plus 5 is equal to 51. So that's why output is 51. Now here in this case 007 bond 0. Now 007 is parsed as 7 and 7 plus 0 is equal to 7. So output is 7. For this there is no digits, so that's why 0 is output. And for this string 1 2 3 4, this is fully numerical string, so 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, no, this is 1 2 3 4 directly, so it should be returned. Okay, and this is consecutive strings, consecutive numerical strings. That's why we have to treat this as one whole number. Okay, I hope you understood, guys, what is the problem. So if you have understood, then please try to solve the problem by yourself. Assume that you are giving the exam right now and you are in the exam hall. Invigilator is passing through you, so please assume that and try to solve the problem by yourself. Okay, if not possible, then come to watch, otherwise it will not be helpful for you. Okay, now let me solve the problem, guys. Just before that, if you are not preparing through the previous questions or the recent questions, please go through that, because they're asking almost same questions what they have asked. Okay, so just go through topmain.is/techno_uf. There you will find this material where you have all the interview questions which is the upcoming round, and mock test, and also coding questions which are being asked in these days. So please go through that. This will be very much helpful. You can see the feedback of students given below. Most of the students are giving very good feedbacks to us, 5 stars, and giving positive feedbacks. And if you are preparing for any other companies, then also it will be very helpful for TCS, for Capgemini, Accenture, Cognizant, and let's say Delta X or any other. Mindtree, Wipro is also hiring. So please go through these. And if you want me to make any plan like plan Lord, plan Victory, then please DM me at my Insta handle. I'll try to make the package and I'll offer you. Okay, so please go through the paint.is/techno_uf. The link is given in the description box. Okay, let me solve the problem, guys. So what will be our approach to the solutions at first? So at first we have, so you don't have to write anything in the main functions. You don't have to take the inputs, just functions you have to implement. Okay, so we'll go through all the elements of the string, or okay, we will go through all the elements of the string. Then we'll store all the character in a variable, and we'll check if that is a digit or not. If that is a digit, then we'll add that digit inside a third variable, let's say sum or number, anything. Inside that we'll store that. Okay, and then as soon as we encounter a non-digit character, we will add that sum with the sum variable. Okay, and again we'll make the sum 0 after this. Okay, and it will keep looping. I hope you understood. This way we'll actually solve the problem. So let me just show the solution so that you can understand better. So this is the solution I have written for you. So at first, in the main functions, this will be written for you. I have taken lots of test cases like this. This is the first string, second string, third string, fourth string inside an array, and we are just testing all the strings at once using the for loop, enhanced for loop. Okay, nothing else. So let me just show the implementation of this function. Sorry. So this is the function, and taking one argument, that is a string. At first we have initialized the sum as 0, where we'll store the sum. Okay, then we have taken number string builder. Why we are taking this? Because we have to use the append functions. Why we will use that? Because let's say we have this variable num. Okay, so at first we got 1 as the digit, so we have to append that inside num string builder. Then we encountered 2 as a digit, so we have to append that. Okay, inside that. So that's why we have to use num or number string builder. Okay, now we have to go through all the elements of that string s. Okay, now up to s dot length we'll go through, and at each iteration we'll hold the current character. Let's say abc 1 2 3 d. Okay, now as soon as it comes here, so at first it is pointing to the first element, 0th index. Okay, it will be character ch is equal to s dot char at I. Char at, it will return a char at I, so I is 0, right? So char at I 0th index, that is a, it will be returned. So this is a string inbuilt method char at, which will return the current string. Okay, current character, that is a. So char ch will be equal to a. Now it will check if character, this is a class. Okay, this is a class which has inbuilt method is digit, which will check if the character is a digit or not. If this is a digit, then it will append that inside the number. Okay, otherwise it will check if the number dot length is equal to greater than 0, then sum will be increased. Okay, sum will be equal to sum plus the current character. Okay, now after adding that, it will be set as 0. Now let me clear it more. So it is not a character, so it will go here. So sum was 0, so it will be 0. B, so it is 0 again. For the same B, it will be 0. C, again it is non-digit number, non-digit character, so it will come here and it will be 0. So again it will be 0. Now as soon as it reaches up to this 1, so it is a digit, right? So number dot append, so it will be appending 1. Then in next iteration it will be appending 2. In the next iteration it will be appending 3. In the next iteration it will see D is here. It encounter D, so it is a non-digit number. It will be false. It will come inside the else block. If number dot length is greater than 0, yes, number dot length is equal to greater than 0. So sum will be increased. Sum is equal to 0 at first plus the number, right? Integer dot percent number dot toString. So at first the number was string builder. Now we have to convert this into string builder to string. So a number dot to string, it is converted. So 1 to 3 is now a string. Now that string should be converted into integer. So integer class has this method to convert to typecast, right? So parse int the string, okay, 1 to 3. So sum 0 plus 1 to 3, sum will become 1 to 3, and the number length will be set as 0, so it will be 0. Okay, I hope you understood. Then in the next iteration it will keep checking this way, and at the end it will return the sum. Okay, I hope you understood. But one important thing here, that is, you can see this is written here. Why this is written? Let's say there is a string where only 1 2 3 4 written, okay, nothing else. So what should be the output? So here in the number it will be appending 1 2 3 4 consecutively, but it will not jump inside the else block anytime. So if it is not jumping inside the else block, so how sum will be increased? So on that case we have to take the sum, right? We have to increase the sum. So sum will be equal to integer dot percent the number. Okay, sum plus is equal to integer dot percent the number. I hope you understood. So then return the sum and we'll get the desired output. Let me just run it and show it for you. You can see for 11 2 3 4 5, so this will be 151, and this is 7 and no digits here, so 0 1 2 3 4 output 1 2 3 4. Okay, I hope you understood. So this is the actual thing you have to just remember, guys. And if you want to prepare through the latest questions, guys, latest questions, recent questions, then please go through the website. The link is given in the description box. Please practice those, because practice makes sense, right? So that's the best thing you can do. Now I hope you understood. Please do that and subscribe this channel. Thank you for